head and hung on a fence, and his hand on a tree, and his body chopped and burned to ashes. Off their clothes in broad daylight among crowds. Imagine they were paraded naked. You must have seen the videos. They were touched everywhere. And even in the video, I heard a voice saying, let's do here. They were gang rape.
आदाब, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल। मैं हूं सुल्तान भारती और आप देख रहे हैं सेकुलर भारत न्यूज। मणिपुर क्या कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, लेकिन 19 महीने बीत जाने के बाद भी आज हालात सामान्य नहीं हो पाए। घाटी में शांति नहीं लौट पाई। दो मेजर कम्युनिटीज के बीच चल रहा टकराव, उसका कोई इलाज नहीं है। राज्य सरकार पूरी तरह से असफल नजर आ रही है और केंद्र सरकार खामोश है। ऐसे में घटनाएं कैसे रुकेंगी, शांति कैसे घाटी में स्थापित होगी, लोगों को न्याय कैसे मिलेगा? और प्रदेश में, अपने ही प्रदेश में लोग जो विस्थापित हो रहे हैं, रिफ्यूजी बन रहे हैं, उस समस्या का समाधान कब होगा, कैसे होगा? 31 तारीख को, 31 दिसंबर को दिन के वक्त, उसी वक्त कुकी जोल समुदाय की महिलाओं पर सुरक्षा सेवा करने वाले सीआरपीएफ उसी दौरान 31 तारीख को जब पूरा देश नए साल की तैयारियों में व्यस्त था, उस दौरान मणिपुर के अंदर कुकी जो कम्युनिटी की महिलाएं जो डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन कर रही थी शांतिपूर्ण, उन पर कहर टूट पड़ा। करीब 40-50 महिलाएं घायल हुई। एक की आंख जिंदगी भर के लिए चली गई। उनके जख्मों को नुमाइश करने वाली आज एक स्लाइड चली नई दिल्ली के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल क्लब में, और आयोजक थे दिल्ली के कुकी जो फोरम की महिलाएं। उन विद्वान महिलाओं की दर्दमंद कहानी सुनने के बाद वो तो खुद रो रही थी और पूरे पत्रकारों के से भरे हुए उस हाल में सन्नाटा पसर गया।
On 31st December 2024, Central Armed Forces, CRPF 189 Battalion and 49 Battalion BSF deployed in New Saibol village, Kangpokpi district, unleash brutal violence on Kuki-Zo women peacefully protesting against their biased operations, the combing operations. Excessive forces were being used, like tear gas, canisters were directly fired at the faces of the protesters, causing severe injuries. One particular victim, Mrs. Lingwane Neisi Mate, she's around 44 years old, lost her left eye and is now permanently blind. Several women were dragged into the surrounding jungle, physically assaulted and molested by the security personnel. This is from the eyewitnesses, the people present on that day. You can see from the video, the upper one is the Mera Paibis. They have been led off, they have been lenient, leniency is being shown, but in contrast to the down one, that is the Kuki-Zo women and the Central Forces, you can see that how they have been lathi charged. You can see smokes coming up where tear gas have been fired upon them.
कुकी महिलाओं ने भारत के स्वतंत्र संग्राम में अहम भूमिका निभाई। उन्होंने सुभाष चंद्र बोस और भारतीय राष्ट्रीय सेना को अपना सहायता भी दी, परंतु इसका इनाम आज तक मणिपुर में 3 मई 2021 से हमें देखने को मिल रहा है कि कुकीज और आदिवासी महिलाओं पर अभी तक अत्याचार, अभी तक उनका शोषण जारी है अभी तक।
To his mother, saying, "Mom, what happened? Let us get out." But the mother would have said, "Boy, I want to help. I want us to get out. I don't want you to get hurt. I'm getting you to the hospital to get treatment because I don't want to see you hurt. But in this situation, I have no option. I have no strength but stay with you until we die." I'm thinking, I did not see the burning picture, but then I'm imagining in my heart, they must have hugged each other until they were burnt to ashes. And my people in relief camps are still crying. They interrogated. I'm alright. They interrogated and played with him, chop off his head, and hung on a fence, and his hand on a tree, and his body chopped and burned to ashes. Off their clothes in broad daylight among crowds. Imagine they were paraded naked. You must have seen the videos. They were touched everywhere. And even in the video, I heard a voice saying, "Asida say, let's do here." They were gang rape. Later, when FIRs was fired, they were caught. But the mothers, some mothers, they mothers, justify the rape, saying this is war. Is this point? Olivia and Florence, 2 young girls, 21 and 24 years old. They're working in Imphal. We know after the incident from non-Kuki people, we have heard a story that they were hiding under the bed. But then they were called out. The landlord handed them over to the mob to be raped and killed. They were tortured for many hours and then killed.
If I say Assam Rifles was doing a good job, then maybe somebody might criticize me unnecessarily. So I won't touch that part. Everybody knows the role, the constructive role played by the Assam Rifles, because I think to tackle problems there, one must know the emotion, the feelings, the food, the custom, the tradition of the people there. The CRPF and BSF, I was very sad to hear P.K. Mishra speaking for quite long time against the Kuki-Zo people in support of the valley. This should not be the role of the security forces. The role of the security forces should be protection of the people and properties, to bring and to usher in peace between the two communities. Why CRPF and BSF have lost credibility in the eyes of the Kuki-Do people. I'll just give just one incident. There are so many, but I'll give you one incident. In Ziribom, the previous panelists have mentioned, but let me just mention again for a few seconds. In Ziribom, the 10 village volunteers who had been gunned down claimed by the CRPF that the CRPF and BSF were the ones who gunned down these 10 boys because they came to attack them. I refute. Number one, if these boys, village volunteers, had come to attack them, why were the bullet holes found at the back of their neck? And now, being a social, I don't call myself a politician. I'm more of a social activist and social worker than a politician. In my area, in the hill areas, there are many, many rivers, big ones, medium ones, small ones. In the hill areas, there are no roads, no bridges, no schools, no colleges, no universities, no IITs, no NITs, no NILIT, nothing. My people are being pushed to the wall. They are not able to move further. So now today they say, give us a place to stay. We are Indians. My forefathers fought for this great country.
Is it because we are tribals? Is it because we are minorities? That's what I want to ask the state government of Manipur right now.
मैं सबसे पहले यहाँ उपस्थित सभी पत्रकार साथियों, मीडिया प्रतिनिधियों और विशेष अतिथियों का हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। आज का ये अहम प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हमारे लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। हमारी कोशिश रहेगी कि हर संवाद और चर्चा में पारदर्शिता और ईमानदारी बने रहे। मुझे विश्वास है कि आप सभी इस संवाद के माध्यम से हमारे इरादों को समझेंगे और समाज में सकारात्मक बदलाव लाने में सहयोग करेंगे। मैं आपका आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ कि आपने अपना कीमती समय निकालकर यहाँ उपस्थित होने का निर्णय लिया। आपके ये सहयोग और समर्थन के बिना हमारी यात्रा अधूरी है।
With that, we now open the floor. Feel free to pose your questions now.
Yes, sir.
जी मैम, 20 महीने बीत गए लगभग। नाउ कुकीज लेडीज पर जो एट्रोसिटीज हो रहे हैं, हमले हो रहे हैं, मारे जा रहे हैं लोग, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है और इसमें करीब करीब बढ़ोतरी हो रही है, रुक नहीं रहा है। क्या लगता है आरामबाई टेंगोल जैसे संगठन खुलेआम घूमते हैं, स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कोई रोक नहीं लगाता, तो क्या वहाँ की सूबाई सरकार, स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन किसी एक कम्युनिटी के साथ बेशर्मी से खड़ा हो गया है?
जी सर, आपका सवाल के लिए धन्यवाद। हमने शुरू से डे वन से हम देखते आई है। सबसे पहले तो हम कुकी जो समुदाय स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर बिल्कुल भी भरोसा नहीं है। भरोसा क्यों नहीं है कि जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अपनी अलमारी से गन को मॉब जैसे कि मेटे मिलिशिया यानी कि आरामबाई टेंगोल जैसा को सौंप के उनको खुलेआम घूमने देने वाले सरकार से हम अभी बिल्कुल भरोसा नहीं करते हैं। हम मानते हैं कि ये गवर्नमेंट, ये स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ऑलरेडी मेटे गवर्नमेंट हो चुकी है।
Can I ask a question?
Sir, please state your name and affiliation as well.
My name is Naveen Upadhyay and I am representing a website. Hi. My name is Naveen Upadhyay. I am representing a website called Power Corridor and we are extensively covering this Manipur crisis. I would like to know, I mean, as all of you have criticized the Biren Singh government. So do you think this should be a prerequisite that the Chief Minister should step down before a meaningful resolution or discussion could take place? First thing, and I have a related question, that there are also complaints about, of course, we have been keenly following these atrocities on cookies, but there are also complaints, and especially after what happened to Jibam, that there have been a lot of attacks on Meiteis also, civilians. So how do you look at it? I think unless or until both sides, lay down arms or both sides are ready to talk peace, do you think it's possible?
Some committees were organized, and then even the Kuki Inti said that if Biren was included, because being the perpetrator and also the culprit in this violence, that the Kuki Zone people would not sit with him, and demanded that he resign, and then they would see the next step, which the central government has totally and completely refused. And in spite of all the happenings till today, Biren is still sitting on his chair. So that's what I can give you. I mean, as an answer to Biren Singh's resignation. Today, I think even the Kuki Zone people are not even demanding, because they know that it would be just a reputation. When the central government is completely behind him, supporting him. So, I mean, we cannot go on this way. So that's what, and also Ziribam. So far as Ziribam is concerned, I condemn all kinds of violences committed by anyone. But till today, the Kuki Zone people, or whatever you call, have not yet come out and own responsibility for the death of those 3 women and 3 children. So I think NIA has to be active. I do not know what NIA is doing. I do not know what the Supreme Court or the High Courts or the government, the central government is doing, knowing very well that Biren Singh is the genesis of this violence.
Can you express?
See, separate administration, we just did not, we had to demand a separate administration because of after all the treatment, after all this ill treatment. Do you think I can go back to Imphal now? I will have to stay in somewhere else. I cannot stay with the Meiteis anymore. After the parading, they get not only the parading, after burning all our properties, right now, till yesterday, last night also, the house of our Kipgen's house was being burned again. The burning of houses are still going on in Old Lambulan. So do you think I cannot go back? I am pretty sure that I am not going back to Imphal to stay there. Although my home was there, it has been burned. So separate administration, yes, a different entity. We have to govern ourselves now. We cannot live with the Meiteis anymore.
Thank you.
This has been already confirmed from the 3rd of May 2023.
Yes, sir. And to add on, we are completely separated emotionally, physically, demographically. Now, the only solution is we just want it to be authenticated by the government, to be legalized by the government, because as ma'am has said, we cannot go back at all. Even if we just enter the airport right now, they will check our IDs. When they see we're Kuki, they might kill us as well. So that's the ground reality of the situation. Any other questions?
What would it mean for the Kukizo community if these women weren't there as the first line of defense in at many instances? So yeah.
Hi, Jyoti. Thank you. Thank you for the question. When you say women, the Kuki women were the first line of soft defense, actually we weren't expecting any kind of attack. So we see the bunkers that were being made, that were being maimed by the Assam Rifles during this violence, that has been, there are two posts in Saibol. Let's come back to Saibol. The incident happened in Saibol. There are two posts in Saibol. The first one, as per the agreement with the villages, the first post has been vacated as per the security forces. So what happened was, when we talk about Saibol, I would like to reiterate that although this is in Kangpokpi district, okay, it is.
Thank you.
Any more questions, please?
Ma'am, I'm Sultan from Secular Bharat News. My question is, for last 20 months, every day there is happening something, violence, attacks, everything. And after 20 months, situation is going back to burst. Do you think that these incidents, attacks, gang rapes in the state, these are leading to the situation towards civil war?
Yeah, the question is a little bit tricky. Do not quote me. Civil war has, when you say civil war, there are two sides fighting, right? From May 3rd, 2023, the Kuki community have been defending. We have been driven out from Imphal. The moment we have been driven out from Imphal, we had gone to the hills. So since then, we have been defending. So I do not say this is a civil war because it's already nearing 2 years. However, we are still in the defensive mode, Mr. Sultan. So I don't see any civil war right now. However, the kind of atrocities that has been done to the Kuki-Zo people, yes, definitely you can see that we have never gone to attack any of the Meitei villages till now. So civil war can be it has to be both sides, right? So, but this is only, we are still in the defending position till now.